We're currently inside the ThyssenKrupp elevator at the UMass Chin Medical School, apparently. It has the exact same fixtures as the elevator at Building 46. Different indicator, though. I actually think I like this one better. It looks more retro. I do think that the pixelated ones do look pretty cool. They look a lot better than the blocky letters and numbers that they use in elevators in more high-tech buildings. You know, the red pixelated ones they use at Building 46? And they have a similar tic-tac-toe grid to the elevators at Building 46 too. Except this is 6 rectangles instead of 3. You know, the floors are labeled as LL 1, 2, 3, 4, but they used to be labeled as floors 1 through 5. And look, they actually have the pixelated ones. And if you look closely at those arrows, they're also the same arrows as the ones used on the elevators at Building 46. And not only that, but they have the same bell too. And the same Dover buzz floor.
That one's cute.
Yeah. They also have the same Dover floor passing chime. This is pretty cool. I like how it's similar. It may not have as much of a distinctive look as the classic. It may not have as much of a distinctive look as the classic Dover Impulse elevators, or be as retro as the old Otis elevator from the Elevator Man, but it's got some interesting features. I like how even though you can see and feel the elevator moving, you can't really hear it. And the doors open like almost immediately when you reach your floor, which is a nice touch. I hate it when the elevator reaches your floor and it takes like 15 seconds for the doors to open. It just kind of creeps me out, but these elevators thankfully don't do that. I like that there's a little marker in each floor, but I like that it's a different color. But nothing will beat what they used for the nothing will beat what they used for the backdrop at that parking garage at Francis Street. You know the one I'm talking about. You used to get zip cars there all the time.
Would you fit your head against their
I don't know. Would I?
I think you would.
Maybe if I leaned over, I wouldn't. You remember the parking garage I'm talking about, right? The one on Francis Avenue or Francis Street with the different plant. Yeah. It's almost like it was built at the wrong level intentionally.
Well, you're not supposed to ever go out there.
Yeah.
That's just for maintenance.
Yeah. Something tells me there's a staircase from the 8th floor of MIT's Building 46 to the roof, sort of like this. Well, yeah, the entrance to the roof is sort of like that. That would be my guess. They must be hauling a lot of heavy equipment since the freight elevator is the only one that goes up there. Yeah. I think it's cool that they have a marker, a different color for each floor to show how what floor you're on. And nothing beats the one in the 6-story parking garage on Francis Ave. or Francis Street. You know, they had a different plant theming for every floor.
Mm-hmm.
They really made the push for help button look distinctly different from all the other ones. Wait, the crossover is on the 3rd floor.
True.
You said it was too cold.
Sure, but it wasn't any warmer on the 3rd floor.
Well, maybe if we go the back way, then the wind won't be blowing in our faces. Oh, this was pretty cool.